presenters for this event. Amazing, absolutely amazing. I've learned something new every 5 minutes in this way. I'm telling you, I'm excited. Also, something that touched my heart, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Everybody, if you're part of Isogenics, donate. Autumn's wish touched my heart. You know, I just had a daughter, Braven, and there was a scare, and I know a lot of you guys have talked to me in always, and you guys are all praying, and I really appreciate that. I love all of you. So thank you. Do you mind if I tell you my story? All right, so I was a train wreck before Isogenics. I'm just going to bring it back to when I was a kid, because it makes a difference. You know, I grew up an athlete. My dad was my coach. Every day I was at the ball fields playing baseball, football, or I was at the basketball court playing basketball. Every day. It was part of me. It was my life. I enjoy it. I still do. And so as I, went through school, I got to high school and I excelled in those sports. And I got a full scholarship to go play at the University of Nebraska to play baseball. Go Huskers, go Big Red. And, very proud. Saved my parents a lot of money. My dad and my mom and dad were, very proud of me. And, like I said, my dad was my coach all through my little leagues and everything else. So definitely a proud moment. Well, I got drafted in high school, but I went ahead and played college instead. Chose college. Do that, believe me. And it turned out to be the best thing ever because I played 3 years at Nebraska and got an education. And I got drafted in the first round by the Baltimore Orioles. A dream come true. I mean, it was something I worked my whole life for, and it meant the world to me because I put all of my eggs, unfortunately, into that basket. Don't do that. I put everything into that basket, and so after a couple of years with the Orioles, I got to, play with some of the big boys, and unfortunately, I got injured. And that was a huge blow, something I couldn't come back from. I worked hard to try to come back from it. It didn't work. I ended up playing with the Mets and the Angels after that. And let me see here. And, it just didn't work out, so I had to retire. I didn't go out on my terms. That was something I couldn't handle. It was something that really crushed me. And I went down a dark path. Right? Some of you guys out there might have been down this path. Some of you probably know someone that has been down this path. Alcohol and drugs were what I did to cope with the fact that I didn't make it as far as I thought I was going to make it. Even though being a professional athlete was a huge honor, it wasn't good enough for me to not be in the big leagues and play my heart and my soul that I put everything into. So I went down that slippery slope, and it was 13 years of basically a functioning addict, alcoholic, and it wasn't who I was. It's definitely not who I am, and it's something that really took a toll on me. And that's where the picture in the middle is my dad and me when I was 307 pounds. That's what I ended up getting to with the lifestyle I was living. Okay, what you see now is pretty much what I was when I played, as you can see in that baseball picture. And I gained about 85 pounds. And because of that lifestyle I was living, it put me in that hospital bed. That was a blessing. It was a true blessing. The Lord is a great, great man. And believe me, I have been praying for months up until that point. I even had a moment where I wasn't thinking very clearly, and I took my dad's gun and I pulled back that lock and I thought about it. Thank the Lord I didn't do it. Thank the Lord I didn't do it. The only thing that kept me from doing it was I knew I was better than that, and I knew that I could get myself out of it. I knew that I had what it took to get to where I'm at right now on this stage, and I knew it deep down inside me. And so I went to work. I don't know if they show this there. That didn't come up. There you go. I went to work. Now, anyone that knows me or knows me on Facebook has seen this here, okay? What that means to me is yes, you can. All right, that means yes, you can, because when I was in my weakest moments, and I pulled myself off the ground, and I got in gear, and I got to where I'm at right now with hard work. So I want you guys to do me a favor. I do this. I'm going to post this on Facebook. You guys can tag. I'm going to tag this room, and I want you guys all doing it with me. So what I do is, yes, you can. I want you to do it all with me. I'm going to do this side, real quick. Please do it with me. Thank you. All right. 1, 2, 3. Over here.
Oh my God, I love him.
2, 3.
Yes, you can.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, hey, I went to work, right? So, that's that 307-pounder, right? How about that? Yeah, baby. I'll save that for the Ice Body Challenge stage. Love it. So, 307, I got down to about 223 before I started putting on muscle. That's about 245 right there. And I tell you what, isogenics, I lost 45 pounds with isogenics, 85 overall. And I put on about 25 pounds of muscle with this system. So it isn't about weight loss or just, it's not about one thing. It's about your life. It's about getting back what you might have lost or what you want. Go for it. It's there for you.
Yeah.
All right. So right there. What's that, huh? You know who those people are? Those are amazing Jimmy Cathy. I tell you, Cougars. I took this at the Welcome Back Challenge event that I was fortunate enough to be one of the winners. And they were so gracious enough to do this, yes you can with me. That's awesome, man. That just made my whole trip. So that was pretty cool. And the picture below it is part of my team. Okay, my team means everything to me. I love my teammates. I love you guys. All right, there's way more out there. All right, that's just a small group of us. And a lot of you have a lot of teammates that are here. Those are your family, and you know that already. I don't need to tell you that. But this group of people, and all the ones that aren't on that picture, are in my heart. I love every single one of those people. It took me about 5 minutes, if that, to fall in love with every one of those people. Because they care. They're compassionate people. They want the best for you, every single one of them. All right? And I got that from get-go with this company. All right? I remember when I started building this team, I could barely put $10 in my gas tank to get to where I needed to go. That's crazy, right? $10. You guys can probably, relate to that, some of you guys. I got to put $10, put it in there. All right? Because of building my team and having an awesome group of individuals that are part of that team, I've been able to pay off student loans. I've been able to buy a new car, because mine broke down after 16 years, and move into a house, a 3-bedroom house with my family. It's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. Oh, did I tell you that I have 2 kids now, and my wife's able to stay home and help raise our kids. That's the most important thing about kids. And speaking of my family, that picture right there to the right, that is my why. The why means everything. Find your why. You might not have it right now, it's there. Dig deep. My why is my family. That's my wife, Rachel, Kingston's my son, and Braven is my daughter. That's what I live for. That's why I do what I do every single day, and I will continue to, because I want to be a great role model for every one of them. And you should be. So, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, right? So listen, every one of you guys have whatever it takes to make any goal you want, you can accomplish it. You just have to dig deep, right? Your why is where it's going to be, you're going to find that at, okay? You have it in you. Don't forget that. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our next presenter. She's amazing. I call her one of the most realist boss babes in Isogenics. All right? She's a 10-star platinum executive